Hello, welcome to Park Yoga. My name is Nikki and I'm the Park Yoga instructor for Bristol. So you'll usually find me at St George's Park, but today I'd like to say a big hello to all of you from all the Park Yoga instructors to our virtual Park Yoga session whilst we're unable to meet in person at all our green space venues. And as you know, Park Yoga is a charity and was set up to connect to people, to nature and to each other. So weather permitting, you may be joining us outside in a lovely day or maybe inside. So whatever the weather, we welcome you wherever you may be today. So Park Yoga is completely free, but if you'd like to make a donation to our charity, then you can do so at the Park Yoga website, parkyoga.co. If you wish to make any donation at all, any and all donations will be very gratefully received. And so we love to welcome as many people as we can to our sessions. However, if you have any physical issues, this is a physical practice, so please make sure you're fit and well. If you do have any injuries or have any medical conditions or are under the care of a medical professional, please do check with a medical advisor to make sure that it's okay to do yoga before joining us. And for those of you who have any medical conditions that preclude you from physical exercise, or you're pregnant with no experience, then please do not join us for these sessions because we want to make sure that you're safe. If you are an experienced yogi who has become pregnant, you are very welcome to join in with the agreement of your medical professional. So please again, do check with them and always take care and listen to your body at all times anyway, no matter what your situation. So thank you for joining us and we're going to begin. So today we have some yoga for your neck and shoulders. This is a problem area, stiff and tight area for a lot of us. And before you begin, you're going to need, if you've got a yoga belt, then great. But if not, a dressing gown belt or a thin scarf will be absolutely fine. And also you're going to need a cushion, just a small cushion, or if you've got a yoga block like this, then you can use that. So when you have those, just come to seat yourself back down. And we're just going to begin just to connect into this space wherever you are. So just gently close your eyes, either sit in position with your legs crossed. If you feel that's not comfortable, sit with your legs extended. Sit on a cushion if you need to, even rest your back against something for the moment if you need to, or lie on your back if that's much more comfortable for you. So when you're ready, just rest your hands on your legs, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, just close your eyes and just feel your hips, your buttocks on the ground and just tuning in to sitting down, and take your awareness to your feet and your toes and your legs and your knees and your hips. Just feel everything sink down into the ground. So starting to tune into your back, your shoulders and your arms becoming heavy, hands rested on your legs or on the floor. And then see if you can feel your head and allow your neck to relax. Even if you're seated upright, have your head balanced on top of the neck, balanced on top of the spine. And then take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let your shoulders sink down. The feet become heavier, your jaw to relax, your tongue, facial muscles soft. And then start to notice your breathing in and out through the nose, down to the bottom of the lungs and all the way back out. Just starting to connect with your breathing. So I'm going to take one hand onto the chest, one hand just below your belly button, and just start to notice the physical movement of your body breathing. Starting to connect more to the breath. Just breathe in and out normally. And just let your mind join you, because often we're so busy, our mind's somewhere else. So that's absolutely fine. If your mind keeps getting distracted, just noticing where it's gone and come back to your breathing. Tuning in to your hands, moving with your breath. Focusing on your breathing, seeing how much you can Feel your body breathing. And just seeing how much your mind can focus on your breathing. Let everything relax and soften. Good. Now we've really arrived in the session. Opening your eyes and taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to give ourselves a stretch out. If it's okay for you to bring your arms up, you're going to bring your arms up. Give a good stretch. If your neck's okay, you can look up. And release. So you're just going to sit up in a comfortable position, seated on a cushion or a foam pad if you need to. And we're just going to start to warm up the shoulders just by giving yourself a shoulder roll. So nice exaggerated movements. Okay, if you've got really tight shoulders, then take it really gently. Otherwise, maybe you can move them a little bit more without straining. Really important that you listen to your body, rest when you need to, and go slowly. And then the opposite direction. Nice big movements with your breath. Good. And then come back to a static position. And then take your arms out to the side and hands just resting, fingertips on your shoulders. And you're just going to draw circles with your elbows. So circling one direction. Maybe again getting a little bit larger in those rotations if that's okay. And then the opposite direction. So again, we're just warming up those shoulders. Okay, you don't have to make big movements, especially if your shoulders are really tight. We've got any restrictions. And then come back to a static position. Release your arms and rest your hands. Just noticing those shoulders now, maybe feel a bit looser. So just going to do a little bit alternate movements around, so wiggle them around, roll them around alternately, one way and then the other. Just getting those shoulders moving a little bit more. Good. So coming back to a static position, and we're going to take your hands out to the side. You can rest them on your legs, otherwise out to the side. If you need to change the cross of your legs or changing your seated position at any time, do. So just sitting nice and upright, your head's balanced on top of your neck, which is balanced on top of the spine and the sit bones. Arms out to the side, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, just nod your chin to your chest. So you should feel a little stretch in the neck, back of the neck. And then roll your head, looking over your right shoulder. So without straining, just looking a little bit over. You don't have to strain. In fact, don't strain at all. Shoulders relaxing down to the mat. As you exhale, just allow your head to roll back so your chin sort of drop down to the chest. On your next exhalation, roll to look over the other shoulder. A nice deep breath. Allow your neck to relax, shoulders to relax. And then come back to centre and just do short head circles. So you can rest your hands on your legs now. Just gently imagine you've got a pen on the end of your nose and you're drawing circles with your nose, small to start with. And if it's okay with your neck, you can just start to increase the size of those circles. Maybe closing your eyes, especially if you get dizzy, and stop if you do. And then the opposite direction. Small, and maybe getting larger. Keep breathing. So often we hold the breath, especially if you feel tight, making effort. And come back to center. Good. So again, changing the cross of your legs if you're sitting cross-legged, or change position of your seated position at any point. And then we're just going to take your arms back out to the side and take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're just going to take your left arm over your head. Hold on, make sure you don't hold your ear, or fingers at either side of the ear. And as you exhale, you're just going to gently drop this left ear to the shoulder. And gently, only using up to 30% of your effort, pull your head into your hand into your head. So you feel a neck stretch from the ear all the way down the side of the neck into the shoulder. So take this arm away, maybe even wrap it around you, behind you. You get a deeper stretch that way. Nice deep breaths into that neck stretch. So sitting nice and tall, you can support your back on something, sit on a chair even if you need to, or against a wall. Maybe close the eyes to breathe into that stretch. So again, rest if you need to, otherwise a couple more breaths here. And as you exhale, release your hands. Bring your hands back onto your legs. Just move the head around, maybe a little bit, moving from one side to the other. Maybe little head circles again. So going to do that the other side. Arms out to the side. Right hand comes over the head. So sitting nice and tall first of all, and then gently drop your ear to your shoulder until you feel a stretch down this side. Maybe even wrapping this left arm around a little. Breathing into that stretch. You may well feel one side is a lot tighter than the other, so just go gently. Nice deep breath into that neck, releasing. Tune in. Where's the stretch? See if you can breathe maybe more deeply to help your body relax into your stretch. Good. On your next exhalation, open your eyes, release your head, release your hands onto your legs, and just gently again move that head around. Maybe looking over one shoulder and then the other again. And then come back to a static position once more. So, we're going to just gently come into hands and knees. So, finding a comfortable position, hands and knees, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to come into little cats and cows, so it's for the back as well as the shoulders. So, looking down towards your tailbone, your pubic bone, and then press your back towards the sky. Looking down. You should feel your back rounding. Feel the stretch between your shoulder blades. Nice deep breath. And then come to a neutral position and your belly drops down then. And if you're okay with the neck, you're going to look up or just look down. But lift the chest up, tailbone lifts, belly button drops down. Or your cow, so cat and cow. And again, we're going to do this a few more times, so do it in your own pace, at your own time. Not too quickly though. Inhale and exhale. Keep breathing as you move. And breathing when you hold as well. Good. Last one. And you can come up into kneel position. Just release your wrists a moment. And we're just going to circle the arms. So just kneel or sit if you prefer. Just going to give your arms a little bit of back crawl and front crawl. Move those arms around too to start to mobilize and warm up those shoulder joints a little bit more. Good. And then we're going to sit towards your heels. Okay. If this is okay, sitting on your heels, knees are wide apart. Take your hands in front of you. And just look over one shoulder again. And then look over the other shoulder. A little bit of head movements as well. Good. Come back to centre. And you're going to come up into hands and knees again. So knees underneath the hips. Inhale, taking your right arm up to the sky, looking up if the neck's okay. As you exhale, you're going to slide that arm through the left side. You don't have to bring it onto the floor, just dive it through. And again, inhale up towards the sky. Exhale through the left. And again, inhale up. Exhale through. Inhale up. Exhale through. Last one. And as we bring this arm through, this time we're going to slide it on the mat if that's okay. You're going to lean forward and bring the side of the head down so you're looking left. Arm through. If you find it difficult to bring your head down, you're going to take cushion and bring the side of the head onto that cushion or foam pad. Bottom in the air. And you're stretching out this bottom arm. So be higher if, and don't bring your head down if you feel it's just too much on the bottom shoulder. Otherwise, you can bring whole of the arm down, whole of the head down. If this is enough, stay there, or you can even take this other arm up towards the sky, or maybe even wrap it around the waist. If your neck's okay, you can even look up towards the sky, looking at the birds, the clouds, anything else. Nice deep breath into that stretch. So really stretching out the shoulders and the neck, maybe. But at your own pace. Good. Exhale, bring this hand back to the mat, and you're going to lift yourself back up. And when you're in hands and knees, just going to nod and shake your head, yes and no. Nice soft neck and head. We'll do that the other side. So taking the left arm up, exhale, dive through right. Inhale up, exhale through. A few more times. Inhale, exhale. Breathe and move. Last one. We're going to bring this left hand all the way through, looking right. So bringing the side of the head down. So you may want to put your head on a cushion again if you don't feel it's comfortable on the floor. Sliding this arm through as best you can. Arm is down rather than it keeping it elevated. So you're reaching along as best you can. Your other hand rests by your head or comes up towards the sky, maybe even wraps around behind you. You may even be looking up if that's okay with the neck. So take it gently if you've got really, really tight shoulders and neck. Nice deep breath into that stretch. Good. Exhale. Release and bring your hand back down to the mat. Lift yourself up. Again, just nod and shake your head. Maybe a little bit of moving around for the shoulders. So moving sort of in a bit of a circular motion just to release those shoulders. Maybe circling one way and circling the other. Good. And then you're going to sit up. Now, you can be in a high kneel for this. Okay, maybe put a cushion underneath your knees if your knees don't feel comfortable otherwise. Or you can sit back on your heels if that's okay. Maybe using a cushion underneath your bottom and maybe underneath your tops of the feet or a cotton towel if you need to. And we are going to get a cushion, or if you've got a foam pad. I'm going to take that behind us. So, holding on with both hands, I'm going to pull it away from you. So it's a good shoulder stretch. And you can rest it on the ground or elevate it up, drawing away from you. Make sure you don't overarch the back like this. You're going to pull your belly button in, sit back on the coccyx a little bit more, on the heels if that's okay. So you might want to be in this position, totally up to you and your body. So feel that stretch in the shoulders. If you want a neck stretch as well, gently drop your chin to your chest. Nice deep breath into those shoulders, pushing that cushion or block away from you. Bring your head up, release forwards, release the cushion or block down. Just let your arms a bit of move around, same with your neck. Move your head around. Do that again. So if you find that you don't need a block because you're not too tight in the shoulders, you can even take your arms behind you and interlock your fingers. So either take the cushion or block behind you, or just interlock down as well as away if you can. So release if you need to, otherwise we're going to hold for a few more breaths if that's okay. Nice deep breath to relax into those shoulders. Feel that lovely opening stretch. It also opens the rib cage at the front as well, chest. Good. On your next exhalation, release the block if you need to, and release your arms. Good. We're just going to come off your feet if you're sitting like this into hands and knees. You might want to stretch your legs out. Make sure your feet don't go to sleep or haven't gone to sleep. Good. And then we're going to sit back again in a comfortable position in either cross legs or in this sort of V shape if you wish. Sitting on a cushion if you need to, again, to elevate your hips, especially if your knees are up high and you feel uncomfortable in the inner thighs and inner hips. Okay, so whichever position you're sitting, get nice and comfortable. This time we're going to take your arms out, wide stretch, wiggling fingers, and you're going to bring yourself into a hug. We all need hugs, so hug your shoulders. Stay there and just hold your shoulders, squeezing gently your elbows towards each other. Or if it's okay with you, you're going to bring the back of the arms together. Okay, like this. If you can only get to here, that's absolutely fine. Hands into fists and just gently pull in. You want to hook your upper arms, not your lower arms, above the elbows as best you can. Here we are. So if you find you're quite comfortable doing this, the back of the hands together, you might be able to bring the bottom fingers to the base of the top thumb. And as you look at your thumbs are facing you and all fingers pointing up towards the sky. If you think, I don't know what I'm doing, then just back of the hands or hold the shoulders. Make sure you don't hold the thumb. You don't want to wrench this thumb. Okay. Just draw up and away from you. If I sit sideways, you hopefully can see I'm drawing away as well. So creating space between your hands and your head and your elbows and your chest. If you want to, we're going to come up and down, inhale, exhale, and release if you need to, come back into it if you've got really tight shoulders. Good, last one. Lifting up, we turn away, head's nice and soft, make sure you're not holding the neck, and release. Stretch those arms out. Okay, and we're going to do that the other side. So when you're ready, give yourself a big wide hug. Make sure the other arm's over the top. So we do prefer one side to the other. So holding the shoulders, maybe taking the back of the arms together or just keeping your hands onto the shoulders. So, or hands into fists as you hook the upper arms. Maybe the bottom fingers come to the base of the top thumb, maybe they don't. Make sure you don't wrench the thumb. Okay. So here we go again. It might be easier or much more challenging this side, so go at your own pace. We're going away and then release. Going away and release. Last one. And then as you pull away this time, maybe we're going up and down or just stay stagnant. Inhale. Feel those shoulders stretching. Last one. Maybe holding up and away if we can. Nice soft neck. And release. Whoa. Give the shoulders a bit of release out. Give the toes a bit of release. Good. Okay. Good stuff. Right, just one last one to finish. So again, sitting down, so comfortable position, of course. You're going to take your scarf or your belt. Okay, so sitting in a comfortable upright position, holding on to the scarf or the belt, so you've got each side dangling down, you're holding the middle, at shoulder width apart. Pull it, and then inhale, lift up. And as you do lift up, you might find your shoulders coming up, so gently drop them down to the mat, and as you pull, you'll feel that engagement into the inner shoulders, inner arms. Lifting up As you exhale, a little side bend one side. So the side waist opening, the shoulders opening up. Good. Inhale up. Exhale side. Good. Inhale coming up. And just leave the belt of the scarf in this right hand. And take the left arm around behind you. Bend your elbow. Wiggle the back of the arm and the back of the hand between the shoulder blades. And you're literally going to drop the belt into your hand. So you're going to drop and catch. So your top hand drops into the bottom hand and you're reaching with your bottom hand and pulling gently. Top arm pulls up and the bottom hand pulls down. Maybe you're walking up the belt a little higher if you can, and maybe even your fingers interlock. Okay, which is pretty challenging, so don't worry if they don't strain to do it. So make sure there's space for the head. Move the head around maybe. So you can be up here. If you're really tight shoulders, you might be holding quite a long way apart. That's okay. Just pull top arm up gently, bottom down. Nice deep breaths into that stretch. The shoulders. Make sure the neck is not crowded by the arm. Pull your belly button back. If you find you're arching the back forwards, chest forwards, pull it back gently so you're sitting more upright. Better for the spine. Good. Breathe nice and deeply into your body to relax and soften. Maybe even say the word soften or release to yourself, just to help those stiff areas relax even more. Good. On your next exhalation, gently release your arms, release the belt, move the shoulders around, maybe move the head, release the neck. You'll feel it all in all this area, don't we? And then you're going to do the same the other side. If you're sitting in crossed legs, change the cross just to give the hips a little bit of a stretch the other side and release the other ankle. So, holding the belt in front of you again, shoulder width apart. Inhale, come up. And a side bend. Inhale up. Exhale, side bend, other side. Inhale, come up, reach up, bend your elbows if you need to. And you're going to release the belt just into the left hand. Right arm comes behind you. Back of the hand wiggles up between the shoulder blades. Doesn't matter if it doesn't come far at all. Don't strain to do it. Dropping this belt into the other hand. Drop and catch. So the top elbow pushes up. Bottom elbow pushes down. And you're pulling your top hand up and the bottom hand down. Belly button comes back. So you're sitting right over the sit bones over the coccyx. It might be easier this side or more challenging. Doesn't matter, just make sure you're not crowding the head. Head's got nice free space. Elbow to the side and up. Breathe. You might be creeping the hands towards each other or coming further apart. So just finding that position without going to maximum. And then nice deep breaths into that stretch. Good. So if you can say the word relax or soften even to help the body really release your shoulders and into the posture. On your next exhalation, you can open the eyes. If you haven't already released, release the arms, release the belt, stretch it all out. Notice how much freer those shoulders and that neck is now. Lovely. Okay, so this is the end of our little yoga short session. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you again from Park Yoga, and we'll see you at another session very soon.